Let us see the next question. A game of chance offers the following odds and payoffs. Each play of the game cost 100 rupees. So the net profit per play is the amount of payoff less 100 rupees. Probability is given to us, and in each of the probability payoff is given to us. There are 10% chances the payoff is 500, 50% chances payoff is 100, and there are 40% chances the payoff is 0. Amount of payoff minus 100, that is the way you get the net profit. The first question is, what is the expected cash payoff? That is the question. So friends, over here we are required to make the computation of the expected net payoff. So it is the probability into payoff, that mean value is required to be found by us. So write down answer along with me. Calculation of expected cash payoff. In that, column number 1 is probability, column number 2 is payoff, assigning x variable to it, then probability into x. That is the way the expected payoff can be found. So 1, 5, 4. So 1, 5 and 4. The amount of the payoff is 5, 1 and 0. So we understand that, say, there are 10% chances the payoff is 500. There are 50% chances that the payoff is 100. And there are 40% chances that the payoff will be 0. So the amount of expected payoff, that is x bar, is 100. This is the way we are required to make the computation of the expected cash payoff. Second part of the question is expected rate of return. So we are required to make the computation of the expected rate of return in the second part of the question. Let us see the second part of the question. The second part of the question says that, say, what is the expected rate of return? So we can give answer for the expected rate of return like this. Expected rate of return is equal to expected payoff minus investment upon investment into 100. So it is 100 minus 100 divided by 100 into 100. So the answer is 0. So the expected rate of return is 0. Why? Because what you are going to get is equal to the amount of the investment that you make. Third question is calculate the variance and standard deviation of this rate of return. So the third question says that, so you are required to compute the variance, at the same time standard deviation. Dear students, we can make this calculation either in rupees term or in percentage term. Doing answer by either of the term is acceptable in examination. So answer for the third question, calculation of variance and standard deviation. Let us see that, say, how to calculate the answer. Column number 1 is probability. Column number 2 is return. We assign x variable to it. Probability into x. X minus x bar. x minus x bar whole square into probability. That is the way we are supposed to find the return. Probability is 154, 1, 5 and 4. As far as the return is concerned, we understand that say you get 500 on investment of 100. So the return that you are able to get is 400. So 500 minus 100. So you get answer 400. That is in rupees term. If at all you want to convert that into percentage term, it will be divided by 100 into 100. So it will become 400 percentage. That is the way you can compute the return in either rupees term or in percentage term. In the second case, you get 100. So getting 100 on investment of 100. So the expected return is 0. In the third case, it is 0 minus 100. So it is negative 100. So what will happen now? Probability into return. So what will happen? 0.10 into 400. That comes to 4040. 0.50 into 0. That comes to 0. 0.40 into negative 100. That comes to negative 40. So what will happen, friends? The mean value, that is x bar, is going to be 0. That is what we understand. Then x minus x bar. So it is 400 minus 0. That comes to 400. 0 minus 0. Then in that case it is 100 negative. This is the way x minus x bar is calculated. Then x minus x bar whole square into probability and summation of the same. That is the way we will compute the variance. So square of 400 into 0.10. That comes to 16,000. In the next case it is 0. Then square of 100 into 0.40. That comes to 4,000. 16 plus 4, that comes to 20,000. That is the way the variance is calculated. And then under root of the same will be standard deviation. So now standard deviation will be found as under root of the variance. So it is under root of 20,000. That comes to rupees 141.42. That is what we understand is a standard deviation. Dear students, if at all you would have calculated this in the percentage term, then you have to write this also in percentage term. Because mean value and standard deviation value are calculated in unit term. Unit term means the term in which we have the data. That is what we understand.